Hello, today in this lesson we are going to look at the overview of the events report. So we'll start with the definition. So the definition says that the event report shows how many times each event is triggered and how many users trigger each event on your website or app. So this basically means that events report give you information about each event and how many times this event is being triggered on your website. So let's look at the dimensions of this report. The first dimension is the event name. This is the first and the only dimension that you will see in this report. So it will tell you the name of the event, and for example, if somebody triggers the event called purchase, and if somebody does the purchase on your website, then this text purchase will populate the dimension. Now we will look at the metrics of the reports, because there were only one dimension that was present, and now look at the metrics. So the first metric is event count, that it is telling you the number of times user triggered an event. The next is event count per user. So the average number of events that are triggered by per user basis. And the event value, this is an important one, so please listen carefully. So it says that when you create an event, like custom event, you must assign a value to it. It's like it's something not necessary to do, but you can assign a value to it. So this is how we are talking about it. And it says that, so for example, if you have a course or something and somebody is paid for it, then you can assign the value of the course to the event. So for example, if this course is if you are selling a course that is worth like $150, then you can assign this value to this event that you are creating, and each event would have a separate value. So each event that you are creating will have a separate value. So the thing is that this value can be monetary, so like your currency, or non-monetary, so like any number. The event value doesn't have to be a currency number, so it can be both monetary and non-monetary value. And as I'm saying before, like the event value isn't currency converted. Event value basically will just tell you the number, the value, and event value is not provided by default. So if you are looking in your standard reports, you will not be able to find the event value, because it is not available in the standard reports. However, it is available in the custom reports. When we will make custom reports, you will have an option to add event value to your custom report. So now I am telling you an example for a monetary value that you can be apply to the event value. So suppose you have made a custom event that is called purchasing the course, or somebody is enrolling in the class, or somebody is paying for your call if you are freelancer or something. Then if you charge an hourly rate for your coaching session or your call or class something, then you can assign that value to your event. So for instance, if your coaching rate is $150 per dollar, so each booked coaching session would have an event value of $150. When you will see it in the reports, it will basically combine all the value, and then it will show you. The next example that we are looking at is somebody made a successful purchase on your e-commerce store. So for this, the event value can be the total revenue generated from the purchase. So for example, if a customer purchases items worth $50, then the event value for that purchase would be $50, and it will be reflected in your custom reports. So next we are looking at event value, and I am giving you an example for non-monetary value. So for example, you are making an event that somebody is submitting a review on your website for a purchased product. Then you can assign the rating or the scale of satisfaction as the event value. So for example, you can assign a value of 5 stars, or you can set a rating of 9 out of 10 to indicate that it was a positive review. So next we are looking at how does event value shows data in the custom reports. So let's say you have an event for purchases on your website, and you assign an event value of $50 to each purchase. So one product is worth $50. So if there are 5 purchases recorded for that particular event, the event value will show a total of $250. So if five people purchase that product, So it will like multiply 5 by the product value, which is 50 in this case. So it will show $250 in your custom report. And similarly, if you have different events with like different assigned values, such as the reviews, shares, or like engagement metrics, the event value will like sum up all these values associated, and then it will provide a value in your reports. Next we are looking at is total revenue. We have talked about it in the traffic acquisition report. So it is basically the revenue of all the purchases or in-app purchases or your subscription or your ad revenue, and it will total all of that and it will show you as a metric. The next metric that we are looking at is total users. So it basically means the total number of unique users or user ID who triggered at least one event. Now that we have learned about all the metrics and the dimensions, let's look at the report and how it works. So we are in this GA4 demo account. So you can see that this is the primary metric and this is the primary dimension, and these are your charts. And in this event name, it will show information but for all the events that you have set up. It will show all the default events and the custom events. So here are all the events. There are total 26, so to see all of them you can just like make 100 or 50 to see all of the events. Next is the metrics. You can see event count. So like 529,000 people have triggered the page view event. Or if we see like how many people have added to the cart, so like 18,000 something people have added something to their cart. The next is total number of users, the event count per user, and the total revenue. So if you have set up the revenue for your website, then it will show up the revenue here, otherwise it will not show up the revenue. So that's it for this lesson. I hope you understand the overview of the events report. In the next lesson we will go ahead and we will customize the report, and then we will understand how custom reports work. If you have any questions, I would love to solve them for you.